Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Gonna enjoy some Lucha love tonight. We are reviewing Lucha Underground Season 3, Episode 36, Rise of the Ring Announcer. Kind of a funny title, obviously in reference to Melissa Santos and her new her new identity as an in-ring performer. It could also be talking about the attention that Famous B got tonight on this episode, which was actually a lot and pretty funny at that. A lot of interesting little nuggets tonight, all revolving around Ultima Lucha Trace, which I think I am going to do an Ultima Lucha Trace prediction video. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. Probably sometime this weekend. Probably have more time this weekend. We are getting new internet service as of tomorrow, so I'm doing this, and I'm also going to be trying to catch up on some Global Force Wrestling reviews. Not going to do last week's. I'll watch tonight's and then try to review that later tonight, depending on how my throat's doing. I've been suffering from a lot of stuff. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for being patient. I was on with the Ramblers last night, or it was actually just Dizzy and I doing the sidebar, and I did okay. I felt like crap. The mornings are the worst, and then I try to just keep my throat numb all day just so I can eat and drink. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to have to suck it up and be a big boy and go to the doctor for this, because it's whatever it is, it's really sucking. But before I ramble on too much about that, speaking of rambling, even water hurts. Jesus. Let's get into this. Whew, that was harsh. I swear to God, it's just water, folks. Actually, it's flavored water, but okay. The episode starts out with a sparring montage of Melissa Santos. It is just really, we've seen it for 3 seasons now, just as the ring announcer. I mean, this would be the equivalent of watching someone like Lillian Garcia getting in the squared circle wrestling. You know, that's what it feels like. It's like, whoa, what is she doing? And she did okay. The opening segment was okay, because it's a mixture of, you know, her sparring with Phoenix, and then the romantic awkwardness of her relationship with him. Like, she wants to be more, okay, for lack of better words, intimate with him. She wants to get to know him. She wants to see the man behind the mask. But he can't take off the mask because he doesn't feel he's like anything without the mask. It's like an identity crisis or whatever. So, and this frustrates her, but not to the point where she's going to leave him. You know, she's like, I'll stand by you and all that. So it's, you know, it's grinding on her patience with him, because she loves him. She cares about him. There was even a smooch between them, which was awkward, but it was funny nonetheless. She dipped him. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around usually? But it just goes back to that thing that I've said so often on this show, talking about strong, independent women. So, as funny as it seemed, it actually is not surprising at all, if you think about it. So, so there's that. And now, and like I said, you know, Famous B is the ring announcer for the evening because Melissa Santos had in-ring responsibilities, duties, whatever. And seeing Famous B, he was all giddy up, raring to go. He was all, I don't know what the hell you call it. His stuff he's been wearing lately, you know, hoping and begging to represent Tejano has been nothing short of hilarious. I love Famous B. It's great stuff. So he announces Dante Fox versus Tejano. And great match. Killshot looked or watched from up above, you know, with the spotlight on him. That was kind of cool. And then Famous B does the whole and you're a winner. He jumps in the match awkwardly, stops the match because he thinks the ref called 3 for a pin, and everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? It's not 3. No, it goes back to my joke I've said recently that anybody involved in professional wrestling is the worst counters. They're just horrible at math. They are. They just, what was it? Is it 2 or 3? It's like, no, it's 2. Oh man. So Famous B apologizes, and then Dante Fox rolls Tejano up for the pin, which absolutely infuriates Tejano. Dario stops Tejano from destroying Famous B, sitting there with his cast on, and decides to set up. Says if there's any way possible, any way that you can beat Tejano in a match, I will turn over my entertainment contract with Tejano and give it to you. And Tejano's like, all right, whatever. I'm not too worried about the contract, but I certainly get the, kick Famous B's ass, which he's been, I think, itching to do for a while. So, and it sounds like that's going to be next week. That's going to be on the first of 4 days of Ultima Lucha Trace. And I'm not going to predict that one, but additionally, I am going to say that I think there's going to be an old school usage of a cast in the match, possibly a la Orton. Wink, wink, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Here, we'll try the non-flavored one. Okay, that's better. Stick with that one. That one didn't kill me. Oh, and they also called that match that Dario is going to have with Tejano a handicap match. Because Famous B's handicapped with a cast. Oh, my goodness. It's just, Dario's a riot. Love him. Gotta love him. So, like I said, yeah, so that's going to be in the first episode of Ultima Lucha Trace. Then we get a promo in Dario's office. The Son of Havoc and Pentagon Dark dropping off their medallions, putting them into the Gift of the Gods Championship belt. And I did not realize that this is the episode we were getting we'll get into the results later, but the Gift of the Gods Championship match. I was like, oh, that's tonight? I assumed it was going to be somewhere in Ultima Lucha Trace. But after we get the results, we understand why they changed it. So, but nonetheless, little office segment there. Dario just trying to keep the peace, keeping the guys cool. He doesn't want his office trashed, obviously. And, both Havoc and Pentagon Dark saying that they're going to win, and then put themselves in the championship match. So that's a little foreshadowing there towards the what happened at the in the conclusion of the episode, but I digress. We'll get to that in a bit. Excuse me. Mariposa and Marty the Moth Martinez versus Phoenix, and the introduction of the in-ring debut of Melissa Santos. Not the greatest match, but it was fun to see what Melissa Santos could do. Very interesting seeing her in wrestling gear. That was, we'll say, Melissa Santos is easy on the eyes. Okay, would have sound like a total chauvinistic pig. She is something. The moves she pulled off with Phoenix were impressive for someone who's not been in the ring much, at least assuming, because this is the first time I've ever seen her in the ring. I don't think she's been in the ring before. Otherwise, I think there would have been, excuse me, some kind of other footage out there of her, just because she is on TV so much. You know, she is a prominent figure on the show, and now being involved in this storyline, you know, even more so. So, I mean, this whole thing with her and Marty the Moth Martinez has been building up for a long time. I'm guessing it's one of those things where Marty the Moth started doing this, what, 2 seasons ago or whatever? 3 seasons ago? And it just turned into a thing. I can see the conversation now where the producers are backstage working on the show, and they're like, wow, what if this whole creepy thing that Marty the Moth does to Melissa Santos before each match actually turns into an actual obsession and storyline on the show? I can picture that, you know? And I imagine maybe that is how this did all come to fruition. I would love to hear it. So, but yeah, give me your thoughts on that in the comments below. But nonetheless, it's been one of the longest ongoing, slow building storylines in the show's history, and it's turning into a really fun one. It really is. It's one of those that's been building for so long, and yet it hasn't been that prominent, and yet you know it's there. You know, if you watch the show, it's like, oh, Marty's at it again with Melissa Santos, you know, and now we're getting this, and it's like the ultimate conclusion to all this, you know, or is it? So yeah, the match was fun. They ended up tying up Phoenix towards the end of the match, and then, you know, honing in on Melissa Santos and beating her down and winning. Mariposa and Marty the Moth win. And I was expecting something maybe similar to last week where they like carry her off or something, but Phoenix breaks free and then kind of comes to her aid. But yeah, nonetheless, a fun match. I love seeing Marty out there. Great seeing him with his sister, Mariposa. Fun match. Then we get covered that the Gift of the Gods Championship match, 7-way. So it's the Rabbit Tribe, 3 guys: Paul London, Mala Suerte, and reading my notes, Saltador. Excuse me. Three guys from the Rabbit Tribe. You got Son of Havoc, Drago, Cortez Castro, and Pentagon Dark. And the match was super fun. Everybody got their spots in. The ending was interesting because we don't see something like this much, where you get like a double finish. Marty Elias doing the double the double pin or double count, you know. Pentagon pinning London, and Son of Havoc pinning Saltador. both of those guys, though, getting the package pile driver from Pentagon Dark, and then, Son of Havoc sneaking in on the one, doing the what did he do? A splash? No, can't think of what it's called. Whatever. It's getting old, folks. But nonetheless, they both get the pin. Then Dario, and because of this, then there's a big question on, okay, who won the match? Because they both got a pin, so they both won. Dario sets up Pentagon Dark versus Son of Havoc in a ladder match with the Gift of the Gods championship hanging up above. Now, I don't know if that's happening next week. I know the one with Tejano and Famous B is happening next week, but I'm not sure about the ladder match. I don't think, but it is going to be part of Ultima Lucha Tres. So it's somewhere in the next 4 weeks we're getting that. And then in conclusion, the last promo exiting the dear God. At the end of the episode, we see Dario getting into the limo again, and this time he's got the gauntlet back. He's got it in his box, that special whatever, and he's talking to Agent Winter and the Mystery Man, and talking about how he got the gauntlet back from Cage, and he's not sure if Cage is the guy for this whole process. I forget what they said this whole thing was called, but he's not sure if Cage is the guy for the job, and saying that there's 2 other men hunting it down, which is Mil Muertes and Jeremiah Crane. And so then Dario sets up a match, a 3-way, and the winner gets the gauntlet. And I think he's hoping that it's hard to read exactly what they want to happen. It sounds like they want Cage to get it back, but they're just not sure if he's the right guy to get it. Because of all the chaos and problems that have happened, the murdering of Delgado and whatnot. And they said, or Dario said, if I played it back a bunch of times trying to see exactly what Dario says, because he's got that thick accent at times. This whole process of that they're doing with Cage being the host for this mystery guy, if that doesn't work, then he informed Agent Winter that he could come down and kill Cage in the temple. And then we would finally get the reveal of whoever the mystery man is. I have my thoughts. In fact, I've had my idea for a while who I think it is. I'm not gonna say now. I've been holding this in for so long, and I feel like if I say something who I think it is and I jinx it, it's gonna be a big disappointment. So I'm just gonna keep it up here for now. I'll probably maybe I'll say it when I do my predictions for the card for Ultima Lucha Tres, which is the next 4 weeks, and what unfortunately could be the next final 4 weeks of Lucha Underground, because they still have not announced season 4. So But I still am keeping my hopes up. I'm ignoring all the naysayers out there. You know, everyone who's on TV now and has a public face on TV somewhere has all been genuinely positive and feels that it will come back. So it could just take a heavy dose of patience, unfortunately. We'll see. So who knows? So yeah, that's it for this one. Love the episode. Sorry, just flying solo tonight. I love having Chris Phoenix on. Hopefully he'll be back next week. You never know. Sometimes he's up for it. Sometimes he's not, you know. He's a hardworking guy. So yeah, so this weekend, and hopefully my throat will be doing even better than it is tonight. I apologize for sounding a little off. Still wanted to get on here and do this. I do plan on doing an Ultima Lucha Trace, like preview and predictions video, because I feel it's big enough, you know, to do it, and love talking about it. And so yeah, thanks for watching. And if you like the content, give it a like, give it a sub, and hit that bell for notifications on when I do put out more content, whether it be Lucha Underground or Global Force Wrestling with that other Johnny, you know, who I like so much on there. It's Johnny's everywhere. So yeah, that's it. Going to watch some Impact in a little bit, rest my voice up, and then I'll probably do a late night Global Force Wrestling review of tonight's episode. We'll skip last week's. It was good, but I'll watch tonight's and I'll do a review of it. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Catch you down the road real soon.